nice old travel day coming back. I'm not really sure why airlines do this, but we were about 2 minutes away from boarding our flight, which had been delayed about 20 minutes. That was announced like an hour before the flight was supposed to take off. And then 2 minutes we were supposed to board. It just got delayed until 12:30 a.m. I was like, if you knew you were going to delay it that long because it wasn't mechanical, it wasn't weather oriented, it was simply that the plane that had taken off in the morning kept getting delayed along its path to eventually make its way to where we were. And so I'm thinking to myself, why did I have to come to the airport if you just knew you were going to knock it back 4.5 hours? Like, couldn't you have saved everyone time and just said, like, I don't know, at like noon that day, hey, your flight's delayed like 4.5 hours till midnight. Change if you want, or, decide to take this flight, but may want to change your plans for the day instead of making everyone stuck. Like, I don't know why airlines do this. It doesn't make any sense to me.
We were delayed too, so I guess I'll add to that as well. We were on the jetway, and you know how you try to time up your flights where you could be as tired as possible. So when you get on the plane, you fall asleep, and then when you wake up, it's like they're like, "Oh yeah, we're landing. We'll be landing at any minute now." That's what I was trying to time it out for. Well, we had a flooding taking place in one of the bathrooms. They come back, they're taking care of it. I'm fighting to sleep, finally fall asleep. I fall asleep, and you know how you wake up and it's like you open up your window just to make sure you see that you're in the air. I woke up, made sure we was in the air. We were still sitting at the gate. We were still sitting at that goddamn gate, bro. So made for a very, very long trip because I was awake the entire time.
Couple of cocktails.
Oh yeah, I take down some of those Prosecco's. Prosecco on ice is my deal. I'll go through about 7, 8, 9 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And they're small on a plane.
They're
though, so
small.
that's
They're small.
Yeah, I get that.
They're good, and they're iced down. But they are good. You add a little orange juice here and there. You got yourself a mimosa. There you go. Bam.
Yeah, never had it. Never indulged.
You should try it. Prosecco on ice. It's a good little dip.
Go easy though, or else that will be your IR when you come back in.
Yeah, everybody can't swim in the deep end.
Mimosas are hard, and people like bottomless brunch type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big champagne guy. It's not my thing.
All right. Too soft for you.
It'd be nice to celebrate if you want a bet or two, but that's been tough for you lately. So.
Oh, that's rude. Hey, you keep it up, and I'll get Brendan Sorsby on the line, and I'll figure out a way to get some respect on my name. All right. If I got to take this show
Texas Tech to defend you too.
I'm going to do a remote from Lubbock where I can get some respect for being a bad bettor. Because let me tell you something. If he was actually good at betting, none of this would have been an issue. He wouldn't want to come back and play football. He'd be making enough money out there on the betting streets. But here we are. So, well, I'm sorry about your guys' travel issues, but hey, we're back, man. We are back, and so is the wolf. And that's the moral of this story.
That's not. Heads LeVar Arrington, gain a global perspective and specialized skills with an MBA from the University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn your degree online in as few as 16 months for about $21K. Choose from 10 MBA specializations like finance, cyber tech, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Undergraduate and most graduate classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu.
What's up, fools? Main event Jay Uso here from the WWE. When it's just me between matches, it's day one-ish. And that means it's Chumba time. With hundreds of casino-style games and new titles arriving weekly, there's always something fresh to try at Chumba Casino. The daily boosts make it even more fun. And have me about to get them all during my downtime. Ready for a fun way to chill out and enjoy a few minutes for yourself? Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
The 3 right lanes are blocked off, and just the left lane gets through on Mopac southbound due to a crash at Highway 45. We've got first responders on scene here, but this is causing some major delays trying to make that change from 45 over to Mopac southbound. Over on Highway 290 westbound, watch out for a stalled vehicle blocking off 2 middle lanes at Manchac. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Drivers, Fair.coop is coming soon to your city. Earn up to 90% on every ride. Even with no surge pricing for riders, you can still make more than driving with surge on other apps. Refer riders, refer drivers. Earn 25% of net profits from referrals. Help drivers own the driverless future. Join Fair.coop, the world's safest ride. Fair.coop, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Whether your oldest is heading off to college or you're finally adding that dream pool to the backyard, a home equity line from ATFCU can help make it happen. Your home equity is the difference between your home's value and what you still owe, and you can borrow against it without disrupting your current mortgage loan. Enjoy quick approvals, flexible terms up to 30 years, and no closing costs on loans under $250,000. Apply online at atfcu.org. Other terms and conditions apply. ATFCU is an equal opportunity lender. NMLS number 422857. Federally insured by NCUA.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Experience music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history. It's more than just fireworks. Learn more about this landmark celebration at america250.org.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
Summer is here, and iHeartRadio has got you covered. And I met you in the summer. Dive into summer hits, commercial-free on Songs of the Summer Radio. Hit play on summer playlists for road trips to pool days, like a summer road trip. And yeah, podcast so good you can zone out in the shade. So easy to fall. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Towns double T. Bridges cross court. Brunson wide open. Gets a chance to bounce it and nails the three. Vassell the rebound. Knicks are 2 for 13 from the field. Harper gets in the paint. The floater's up and good. Roll, but he looks like he's moving around the best he can right now. Does not seem to be that effective. Harper hits a three. Harper heroics here in game 5, and they're back up a dozen. Brunson gets away from Castle. The floater's up and good. Jalen Brunson with another answer. Drives inside, whips a pass out. Hart, three-pointer. Fight for the rebound. Loose. Harper comes up with it. Harper pushing, going coast to coast. Layup, missed it. Hart the rebound. And a quick foul with 26.1 remaining. Here comes Fox, 5 seconds remaining. Fox to Wemby. Wemby tries a three, puts it up, off the mark. Anunoby the rebound. It's over. It's over. Knick fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas. Well, wherever you may be listening, this is a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Start spreading the news, folks. The Knicks are your world champions of the NBA. Spurs, well, we gotta figure out what's next for you. Texas baseball gives an ugly performance, but they're back at it today as they try to stave off elimination to be able to continue in the College World Series. USA get an impressive win. Carolina Panthers are your 2026 Stanley Cup champs. Texas wins the 5th Directors Cup as the top athletic program. And our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com, joins us at 8 o'clock to talk all things Texas Longhorns baseball. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, I know you got a lot to say, so we're going to give you a chance to voice your opinion, but you got to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. It's good enough, you might hear it on air. If it's not, sorry. Speaking of sorry, I am sorry that the San Antonio Spurs came up short as the New York Knicks are your world champion, your NBA champion. And let's just say they earned it. And the reason why they earned it is because they came from behind in every single one of these ball games to become the champion. And now Jalen Brunson is doing it for all the little guys out there, giving everybody hope. Big Body Brunson and his crew got it done. So New York, congratulations. But San Antonio, we got to get back to the drawing board.
We definitely got to get back to the drawing board. Early in the season, before the season started, Wemby was in Houston working with Olajuwon. Probably about the first 30 games or so, we got to see the drop step, spin move, jump shot, pattern. You knew that when Wemby got the ball, he could always do that. He could always go to it. What happened? What happened to the go-to shot? There is not one Spur, not one, that you can say, okay, they're going to get the ball on this play, and there's nothing you can do. Not one. I name one. I'll wait. I'll wait. No response. Wemby has got to develop a shot. Ron Harper has got to develop a shot. Dylan Harper. Ron, less talented brother, but really good.
Oh, that's the dad. Ron's the dad.
He's got a brother that's Ron Jr. that plays in the league too. That's what I was saying.
Well, which one was you really
That's
talking about?
who I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
The brother
Okay.
that's playing right now.
I got you.
Why are you trying to?
I got you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's got to be a development phase of guys that get a patented shot. Shaq had the drop step dunk. Barkley had the crossover, go underneath the basket, come back on the other side, dunk. Tim Duncan had the bank shot. Kareem had the sky hook. Jordan had the fall away. Kobe had the fall away. Like everybody, you notice there's a trend. Brunson, he has his get off, spin move, up and under. He gets to the basket. He hits it high off the glass. Shea Gildress-Alexander has the push-off, is what I'm going to call it. He gets into the body of the guys that he's driving against. His brakes, he went to Meineke because he's got the best brakes in the NBA. He pull up and he gets his shot off every time. The Spurs have to develop things that you cannot stop. I am going to do this whether you want to or not. And they running into the Knicks. The Knicks, I'm not going to even say it because I'm saving it for my World's Strongest Take. But there was something that's very glaring, and you're going to be shocked when I say it.
All right. Well, the Spurs led for 69% of these games. They led by 14, 12, 12, 29, and 16. I don't think a shot had anything to do with it. They had to close out, and they did not close out any of these basketball games. They have to be able to be a smart basketball team. They tried to do too much at times where all you had to do was make the simple play. You miss a bunch of layups. You miss free throws down stretch time. You have to be more locked in and not fatigued and mentally stronger than the other people. The Spurs had a 29-point lead in one game, and they lost it. They've had double-digit leads in every single game. That's coaching, to your point of what you said last week.
Never been done before.
And you looked at it. You're going to tell me Mike Brown, is his name Mike Brown? Yeah. The head coach of the New York Knicks, who has been fired multiple times in the NBA. And at one point during the season, people were trying to get him fired even then. And he came in and outcoached Mitch Johnson. And I understand that, Mitch, you're a young coach, but you have other people that are sitting on that bench. When the thing starts to get out of hand and you see it slipping away from you, you call a timeout, you regroup, and you tell everybody, we're not going to take we're not going to take a three-pointer. We're going to attack the rim. And you keep talking about Wemby and how he needs to develop all these different things. What Wemby needs to do is develop a stronger base because people continue to push him out.
Yeah.
And it
100%.
don't matter how many moves he has. If they're making him shoot the ball from the mid-range out to the extended three, you talk about rim runners and all that, throwing alley-oops, he can't get there. He's not physically strong enough. If you watch everybody, when he starts to take off, he's falling all backwards because that's what giraffes do sometimes if you hit them too hard.
Wow, come on, man.
He is gangly right now. And if he can get, as we talked about, 22 years old, if we can get him to get a bigger base, I think that is going to help him a lot because people are moving him way too easy for somebody being 7'5". But as we talked about, he's a thin 7'5" that's really can move around. But they're not letting him just get to where he wants to anymore. And they put pressure on him, and those things can happen because he had to play so many minutes too. He played a ton more minutes than he's ever played in his career. So he lost his legs at the end of the game, which is why he missed free throws at the end of all these games, which is why Harper missed layups. He had opportunities to kind of seal the deal, but he kept missing layups. So although he is as talented as he is, they've got a lot. And you've talked about them growing up and trying to find a way to get it done. This is it. But the biggest question now is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, his legacy as a New York Knicks superstar. I know his dad keeps saying Patrick Ewing is the greatest Knick to ever play.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Ewing didn't win a championship.
No, he did not.
Patrick Ewing, as big as he was looked at and still is as a god there. But the truth of it is, Jalen Brunson is now the star of New York. I got a picture of him dressed up like Hakeem in Coming to America. He's walking around with royalty now.
They're throwing rose petals at
everywhere
his feet.
He goes.
He's got his own money.
He's got it. He's got it, and he's earned that. And for the little guards out there, he gives you hope. Just learn how to play, use your body, and everything else will take care of itself, because that work ethic and that will to win, he now will go down as one of the best. I'm not saying he is, but he's pretty doggone close for that performance in clutch time. 45 points, and the team scored 49. He scored 45 of it, and everybody else scored 49. That's hooping.
Yeah.
That's hooping. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. Spurs, we got to figure out what's really going on. Should you be sad today, or are you like, hey, we got there. We got a lot to work on, but I like the way that we're headed. Coming up next, Texas baseball facing elimination. We got to talk about how we got there right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The road to Omaha runs through Texas. From Austin to the College World Series, Texas baseball chases championship glory.
Swung on it, a ball hit well. Out to left, say goodnight to a grand slam.
Listen to every pitch.
Strike three called right on the inside corner.
On 1300 The Zone.
Slam down the left field line. That's a walk-off. Longhorns win it.
Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The rain is definitely causing some issues this morning. Be careful if you're out and about. On 183 northbound at Montopolis Drive, a crash blocks off 2 left lanes. The 3 right lanes are blocked off by a wreck on Mopac southbound at Highway 45. There's also a stalled vehicle in the right lane southbound on 183A at Avery Ranch. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz & Lorenz, personal injury attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz & Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz & Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
If you run a business, you know how hard it is to get your customers' attention. Yet 85% of consumers say radio is the last thing they hear before shopping. Let iHeartRadio help you reach your next customer today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
This summer's must-have accessory, it's the Simon Plus Rewards program, where you can access exclusive offers for shopping, dining, and having fun at Simon malls, mills, and premium outlets. Plus, you can get points and rewards for shopping at shopsimon.com too. It's free to join, and there are even more exciting perks to enjoy every time you shop. Sign up at simonplus.com today and get ready to summer in style. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2, and that's strike 3 call, and that'll end the ball game. Volchko strikes out the side, working it around a 1-out walk. 15 strikeouts on 113 pitches, 83 for strikes. And the Georgia Bulldogs defeat the Texas Longhorns tonight. The Longhorns will move in the elimination bracket, and they will have to defeat the Alabama Crimson Tide on Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock to keep their season alive. In the 9th, no runs, no hits, and a man left. Final score tonight from here in Omaha, the Georgia Bulldogs 7, the Texas Longhorns 1.
Yep, it was not the ideal game plan for the Texas Longhorns. Obviously, with Dylan Volantis on the mound, you know that you always have a chance. After giving up 4 runs in the first inning, he went on to not give up any runs throughout. And you start to look around, he ended up giving 4 runs, but he ended up staying in, getting to the 7th inning, and that's when everything started to really end for the Texas Longhorns. He struck out 9. Only of those runs were only 2 earned runs after that or during that time. It was not a great game for the Texas Longhorns, and Coach Schlossnagle even said it itself. But what you saw from Joey Volchko, was a masterful pitching performance. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run, and it was not earned. There was 4 errors in the game, 3 by the Texas Longhorns. And you start to understand that, hey, Texas has been in this position, but this is a different position for Texas because now there's not going to be another game if they don't come out and win today.
Yeah, I mean, you used to a series and you get a game and then you go to another game against the same opponents, but that's not what you get when you go to Omaha. You get up there, now you got to battle every day for your life. And tonight, Texas goes against Alabama in a battle for their life because of the fact that they played poorly, as Coach Schlossnagle said. You talked about teams just being great and imposing their will. And it's not just a team loses, but another team advances and takes it. Georgia just took the game. Do you think that Texas can bounce back today in a way that we will look at them like we saw them last week?
They would have to. I mean, there is no tomorrow. Like, truly, there is no tomorrow. So when you start to look at how this game is going to need to be played, well, let's hear the post game from Schlossnagle first, and then we'll get into the thought process of what's going to happen today.
Coach, uncharacteristic errors and mistakes in the first, and then their guy was obviously elite.
Yeah, I mean, the story of the game was Volchko was unbelievable. Didn't walk a guy till the 9th inning, right? Right.
I think he had 82 strikes to 30 balls.
Yeah, he was insanely good, and we played it defensively, and the start of the game is the worst game we played the whole season. I mean, you see us play every day. We don't throw the ball around the field like that. We haven't thrown the ball around the field like that all year. So super embarrassing, but at the same time, I don't know if we would have scored. We certainly didn't give ourselves a very good chance. So that was an embarrassing one right there. But you got to credit Volchko.
Dylan just kept putting up zeros, though, through all the struggles he had.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he walked some guys, hit some guys, but he made pitches. But we threw the ball around the first inning and spotted. The one thing I said before the game is you can't give them free base runners, right? Everybody talked about homers, and there was one in the game, but it was the free bases that cost us the game.
The difference here, you get the day off. Do you even have to remind that you guys can still win a national championship? It's happened before here this way.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a long ways from where we are right now. We got to clean, get a good practice in and play a good ball game on Monday.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
That's right. Texas Longhorns will take on the Alabama Crimson Tide today at 1 p.m. You can listen to the pregame show with myself and Cam Parker starting at noon, leading you up to 12:45. Where you will have the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. Keith Moreland will be on the call, and you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. One of the things that has been talked about throughout this tournament, and we'll hear from Zach Sim of orangebloods.com as he is in Omaha at this time. The one thing that you always have to look at when Texas is at the plate is the adjustments that are being made. Last night or the other night, there was no adjustments that were being made at the plate. And I said it before and I'll say it again. That slider that he had working was unhittable. That ball was so tight. He had the spin. People talk about spin rate and all this other stuff. The spin rate had everybody fooled. There was no adjustments that were being made. Slider on the outside, looks like a fastball and just kept cutting away from the guys, and they were not even putting the ball in play.
I mean, this was the worst that I saw them play this year.
Yeah.
And it looked like the moment was big. So they have to be calmed. Like, don't let the moment get big. And yeah, they got some young guys on the team. We talked about this with the Spurs. But you're in the show now.
Yep.
You can't let the moment be too big for you or feel like, oh, the pressure of the world is on me. The pressure of the world was on you when you got out of Pop Warner.
Yeah.
When you got out of Little League baseball, the pressure started. So, just deal with it and go in there with, I need to cleanse my palate of the way that I played in my last outing.
Yeah.
And they're going to be fine.
They have to get it ready because, the top of the lineup with Robbins, Tenney, Pack, and even the 4-hole Becerra, they didn't get a hit. They were over. And then Texas got 4 hits, and 2 of them came from Adrian Rodriguez, and the other 2 came from Ethan Mendoza, who ended up getting injured, had to come out of the game. And Coach talked about Ethan Mendoza and what he thinks about his injury and if he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, he did. He actually felt pretty good today. He took full batting practice, looked great, actually looked better. So he's in a good spot.
So he will be back in the saddle tonight or today, excuse me.
That's good to hear because, you know how you get demoralized when you see a good player go down?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that bothered me. But it's good to hear him say that he took full batting practice, that he's going to be all right.
Yeah, because he was the one who drove in the run. Adrian Rodriguez had another stellar game, made a great defensive play up the middle late in the ball game. And obviously this is a, no tomorrow type of deal as the Texas Longhorns will be taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide once again.
Well, what does Alabama pose as their greatest weapon, if you will?
Well, they're going to have to throw strikes, and that's the one thing that Texas has to really buckle down and get done. They're going to be facing a pitcher that faced them not too long ago. And you got to put the ball in play. I mean, you got to be able to shorten up and put pressure on the defense. It's real easy to play defense when you're striking out 15 of the 27 outs that you got in the ball game. You're not making them have to make plays. Carson Tenney's got to be great behind the plate. I mean, he had 2 throwing errors that were costly errors in the ball game. You just got to figure out a way to get things done. And as that continues to happen, you'll see more opportunities for this Texas team. Here's a team that can run the bases well. Here's a team that can play good defense normally, and they got power. But you got to have your guys with the power hitting the baseball and putting the ball in play. You can't have the top of your lineup going over with a bunch of strikeouts either.
No.
So there's some work to be done. It can be done, and Texas has been able to do that before. And to your point, Mark, when you look at what it was, Texas played them in April early. I was actually on the call for a bunch of the games. They beat them 10-2. They beat them 3-1, and then they lost to Alabama in the final game of a 3-game series, 2-1. So this is going to be a tight ball game, and both teams are desperate. Both teams are backed into a corner.
Who wants it the most?
Right, and who's going to be able to make something happen? It's got to happen.
And who's going to make the less mistakes?
It's got to be a clean ball game for the Texas Longhorns.
Yes.
They can play clean and end up losing the game, but I know in coach's mind, if we play clean, I think our team is better than the ones that we're playing against. We'll have more about that a little bit later, but coming up next, USA World Cup Soccer. That's right. It was packed at Auditorium Shores, and we'll have a conversation about that in the Hard Knocks Life. Coming up next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A new crash blocks off the left lane on Mopac northbound after Highway 290, causing a 5-minute backup from William Cannon Drive. Leaving downtown Austin on I-35 southbound, watch out for a stalled vehicle in the 2 right lanes at Old Torf Street. There's also a stall on the right lane on 183A southbound at Avery Ranch Boulevard. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, They must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments, clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The Cowboys open mandatory 3-day minicamp tomorrow. Texas baseball season is on the line when they face Alabama, an elimination game in the College World Series today from Omaha. Royals shut out the Astros 4-0. Avoid the sweep in Kansas City. Hurricanes shut out the Golden Knights 3-0 in Vegas to win their first Stanley Cup title since '06. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Buyers Barricades.
For traffic control rentals, sales, and 24-hour service, trust Buyers Barricades. From roadway safety to special event traffic planning, they've got Texas covered. Visit buyersbarricades.com and keep Texas roads safe. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today.
The biggest FIFA World Cup ever has started.
The most goals the United States have ever scored in a World Cup game.
The only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern against Australia.
The world is listening. Are you?
This World Soccer Report is sponsored by MyPlates.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team USA opened the World Cup with a 4-1 win over Paraguay on Friday night. The U.S.'s 4 goals mark the most they've ever scored in a World Cup match.
That's back to front team goals this country and this team has ever put together.
The U.S. is back on the pitch Friday against Australia. Today's action includes Spain taking on Cape Verde and Iran facing New Zealand.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Whether you're cheering for the green and yellow, the blues or the reds, or the red, white, and blue, show your colors every day with a MyPlates personalized plate. Create yours today at MyPlates.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Nice little cut inside. Here's Christian Pulisic on the ball now. Draws the double team. Splits the double team. Pulisic in the box. Weston McKennie into the middle. It's an own goal. It's the United States on the board. Less than 7 minutes in. Newsom. Great ball by Robinson for Pulisic on the run. Pulisic trying to cut it back. And Balogun. That time it's in. That time the flag is staying down. That time it's 2-0 United States.
Fans right below us, Mauricio Pochettino.
Balogun, can he get inside? Still Balogun, Flo Balogun! The most goals the United States have ever scored in a World Cup game. It is as close to a perfect beginning as any of us could have possibly imagined. Rebecca Lowe, over to you as it finishes in a joyful Los Angeles stadium. The United States 4, Paraguay 1.
Outstanding work by the U.S. of A. What a quick start in their matchup against Paraguay. And the one thing that I live in a soccer home. Obviously, Lindsay, one of the best soccer players to ever play at Texas Tech, also All-State in soccer. DJ, a hell of a soccer player. So I've learned a ton when it comes to soccer and the nuances of this game. And for the USA team to come out and play at that level with all these young players, because they have been looked at as a group of I'm not going to, it's unfair to say failures, because to be at that level, you have to be a talented human being, but not being able to play together and exceed when you look at other countries and what they've been able to do. I think what we have as a soccer unit, as a soccer team, is probably one of the most athletic teams that we've ever seen from the USA. They're fast. They know where to be. They strike the ball. They play hard pressing defense, and they're just better than what we're used to seeing. And the mindset seems to has changed as well. I've been begging for Gio Reyna to be in the game. He's just a talented guy. He comes in late, ends up scoring a goal, outstanding goal too. But you start looking at this team, you never know who is going to be the star in this matchup because there's so many stars on this team. Florian Balogun was filthy. I mean, he was unbelievable scoring those 2 goals. You got an on goal, and then, of course, Gio Reyna. But they play Australia next Friday, this Friday, at 2:00, and it's going to be a challenge for them. But the way I look at it, this team is in a very, very good spot.
Not only are they in a good spot, they brought in a coach that preaches exactly where the deficiency was in U.S. soccer. They talked about our footy or football, what the terminology that fits the case. They brought in a coach that has organized the team and put them to their strength and not try to force things. Listening to a conversation yesterday about how the game was coached made me go, what were they doing before? Because I'm not you. I don't have direct links to a soccer family or soccer players. I just go by the eyeball test, and most of the time I don't know what's going on. I just see a lot of running, and you see people get mismatched and one-on-one, and then you see a big break, and how they strike the ball determines whether or not it goes in or not. But this is something that every team should factor in. We talked about Coach Schwarzenegger with his masterful coaching job of managing the pitchers in his bullpen. Like, sometimes you need guys that they can just see it. They can see the mathematics of it and then just break it down and fix it. And it looks like that's what the USA team has right now as a coach.
Well, what they need to continue to do is the exact same thing that they did just recently, and that is put pressure, attack, and try to score early. For a long time, this team never really had guys that could put the ball in the back of the net. Now they have guys that aren't afraid to do that. They're more aggressive than what we've seen in a long time from this soccer team. So to me, when you start to truly understand the nuances, Christian Pulisic, is he going to be okay? They say yes, he's going to be okay. He should be back Friday because he got kicked in the calf, so they just let him rest a little bit. So we'll see what ends up happening. There's so many different moments that you could go back and I'm sure soccer fans are looking at this team and saying, can they do this again? I believe that they can. I believe that they're in a great spot just because of the performance. Now, just like anything else, you got to go back out there and get it done again. But I believe that this team will definitely get a chance to do it all again.
Not only do I feel like they're going to do it all over again, Hardge, I think that they win this next game, they'll be playing from a favorite standpoint. Can they deal with the pressure of being in a favorite spot?
Yeah, I think this team. Again,
are they young enough to just hey, we just playing?
Well, it's not. I don't even think it's that. What I think it is they see who's up against them and they know what their talent level is. You look at all of the different matches in the groups. Australia ended up beating Turkey 2-0. That's how they got to this point. USA 4-1. So that's going to be a good matchup. And then I believe that they're going to be able to, if they win this matchup, they're getting out of this group because they'll be at the top and they beat the other team. And they already beat Paraguay. So we'll see what ends up happening as they move on. But you start to look around at all these other matchups. Scotland with the victory the draw between Brazil and Monaco, you start looking at some of these premier teams and you say, I think I think USA can match up with them. I think that they have the same type of mentality. Some of these big teams are the ones that you were looking at and you thought that they were going to be the champions. Today, you get a chance to see Spain take on Cape Verde, and that's going to be something to pay attention to. France is going to end up playing. Argentina still has to play. Portugal and England all still have to play. So you'll get a chance to see some really, really talented groups as they start that stage of it. And then we'll see. USA, great work, as always. Coming up next, the Carolina Hurricane are drinking out a Lord Stanley Cup. And we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Always free on the iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and BK with Bucky Godbolt and Brad Kellner.
And our guy Hardball Hardge has himself a catchphrase now.
Bang, bang, he hit that thing.
Bang, bang, he hit that thing. Yeah, it sounded like me last weekend. Yeah, bang, bang, I hit that thing. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, Saturday night, my eyes get all big. And bang, bang, I hit that thing. There you go, Hardge. That was pretty good.
Catch Bucky and BK weekday afternoons from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A new crash blocks off the left lane on Mopac northbound after Highway 290, causing a 5-minute backup from William Cannon Drive. Leaving downtown Austin on I-35 southbound, watch out for a stalled vehicle in the 2 right lanes at Old Torf Street. There's also a stall in the right lane on 183A southbound at Avery Ranch Boulevard. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
This is the truck deal you've been waiting for, and Covert Chevy in Hutto is making it happen. 0% financing for 5 years on every 2026 Silverado 1500, and you won't make the first payment for 90 days. We're talking hundreds of options to choose from, with more rolling in every single day. Don't pay monthly interest on your old truck or car when you can save right now. 0% deals like this don't stick around, so come and see us at Highway 79 or head to coverthutto.com. Covert Chevy Hutto. Together, let's drive. For qualified buyers, see dealer for details.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
You can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Before they can cheer your name, you've got to make one. At Spurs Sports Academy, we're helping young athletes do just that with year-round basketball camps and tournaments for kids of all ages. It's all part of our mission of inspiring lifelong memories and building character through competition. To find your way to play, text HOOPS to 210-444-5021 or head over to spurs.com/sportsacademy.
Good things come in fours, like ukulele strings, boy band members, and PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
In the Stanley Cup Final, Garrett Rankin, John A. Bear are the referees, and Game 6 is underway.
Kevin Barbashev, now for Howden, have trouble with a bouncing puck. Delayed offside against Vegas. Here's Taylor Hall breaking in. Hall scores! Taylor Hall, and it's 1-0 Carolina. Down low, it's nudged along. Stankoven stopped by Hart. Then Stankoven tried to center. There comes to Blake, and he scores! Jackson Blake makes it 2-0. 1:10 to go. The net is empty. Ehlers scores! Nikolai Ehlers! And the party is on for the Kadiaks here and back in Raleigh. And they're going to clinch it appropriately with a total team effort and a shutout. The Carolina Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup for the second time.
The Carolina Hurricanes are your Stanley Cup champions, and they are drinking out of Lord Stanley Cup. How nasty is that? Gross, but congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes. And
why you keep saying how nasty? You don't think they're cleaning it?
When do they have to? You gonna do it after every single person?
You clean it. They have a keeper of the cup. There's a person that's designated job is to keep the cup.
Okay, so when they give the cup to the team and they start passing it around,
I mean that's a little
what I'm
nasty.
talking about. That is gross.
But I'm just saying, like you've done worse. You drink after people.
First off, don't tell people that I've done worse.
You drink after people.
Not 40, not 50, not 60 people as they start passing around that. I don't want to be last. I'll be first. I'm like, don't tell me what I've done. But yes, they have won the championship for the second time.
Why are you trying to kill me? Hey, listen.
But the best part is they won it in Las Vegas. So you know that there has been a great time in Las Vegas for those guys having a party as the champions.
You know what, man? I bet that they didn't leave that arena until 3. I mean, you got to get cleaned up. Everybody's families are there, and you know it's late night. 3 o'clock. What you think? That's minimum.
I mean, that somebody was there until 3. So
I mean, they spraying champagne everywhere.
Yep.
They're gonna be cleaning champagne out of that arena for the next 2 weeks.
But I guarantee you wouldn't be the first or the last time that arena has seen some champagne parties up in there. So, So we'll see. Congratulations to Carolina as they are your champion. Also, congratulations to the Texas Longhorns as they have collected the Learfield Directors Cup for the 5th time as the best athletic department. The president of the University of Texas, Jim Davis, said, congratulations to Del Conte and our student athletes, coaches, athletic staff on another Directors Cup. Whether it's in the classroom, the lab, or on the playing field, Longhorns always aim for excellence. And Coach Chris Del Conte, the athletic director at the University of Texas, says, Team Texas President Davis, a united Texas starts with the Board of Regents, the president, the faculty, the staff, and the students. It is a great time to be a Longhorn. And if you start to look at what Texas has been able to do over this time, to be able to get that, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. I had zero idea what the Directors Cup was until Texas started winning it. And Del Conte makes it a point to make sure that all levels play with some success. And that's why Coach Schlossnagel's talked about it. That's why Coach Sark's talked about it. Sean Miller and all the coaches here. Mike White has added to that multiple times. That's why a united athletic department is a strong united athletic department.
Was it Del Conte that said the standard is the standard at Texas?
No, it's been a lot of people before that.
Okay.
But yeah. You start looking around, though, and you start to really see when you look at basketball, what they were able to do this year. You look at swimming and diving, golf, rowing, tennis, softball with the back-to-back
Beach
national
volleyball,
championship, and Vic Schaefer and his team. It's about dominance. And the one thing that everybody keeps talking about is just wait for football to really get after it. They did it a couple years where they made it into the playoffs, and this year looks to be no different. I think it's going to be another strong year for UT athletics.
Most definitely. I think that if the sun rises and sets in Texas on football, and football is the biggest draw, makes the most money in America of all the sports. So why wouldn't Texas really want to put the emphasis on what Texas does this coming season?
Right. It's gonna be fun to see what this football team is going to do. But right now, congratulations to all that are contributing to the University of Texas, the Directors Cup. And as my boy Britt says, don't be afraid to join the Texas One Fund at any time to help continue the success.
Yeah, donations, man.
That's right. That's right. They do such a great job of making sure that these young athletes are active in their communities and being able to be the face to the University of Texas. And you continue to see that happen as Texas athletics get their 5th Directors Cup. As I said, didn't know anything about a Directors Cup until they won the first one, and now they got 5 of them. So outstanding work by the University of Texas. And, of course, Chris Del Conte with all the great hires that he has made in every single spot. So a lot going on. A lot continues to happen. But coming up next, we're going to have our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. That's Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. He is in Omaha. He saw that the Texas Longhorns had to go through a delay during that time. And Texas today, it is important for them to lock in. Like, I get it.
Forget about what happened.
I've been there. I've made a bunch of errors in the game that needed to not happen. But you got to be able to bounce back. You got to be able to really focus on what got you to the College World Series. And Coach Schlossnagel said something the other day. He said, we spend a lot of money and effort on the mental part of the game. And now this is going to be another one of those challenging moments for Texas baseball. We'll talk to our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Shop Specs! 50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
Which way to Specs?
Come on, let's go.
Specs, fine spirits and finer foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shop Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shop Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you.
Shop.
Cheers to savings.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Experience music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Fourth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history. It's more than just fireworks. Learn more about this landmark celebration at america250.org.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
When money's tight and you're behind, every dollar counts. And Liberty Mutual can help you catch up to make that back nine rally to win, if you will. Liberty Mutual comes up clutch by customizing your car and home insurance to save you money, especially when you bundle. It's insurance built for real people with partners that work hard to help you keep more of what matters most in your pocket. Liberty, liberty, liberty. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in three places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
Delivering more is just how we do business at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Get more selection with our huge inventory of brand new Fords and quality pre-owned rides. More value with bigger deals and more confidence with our Austin family that's been serving Central Texas drivers for over 2 decades. Whether you're hauling gear to Zilker Park or commuting down Mopac, you get more with the team that knows Ford best. Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Visit us on South I-35 or online at group1fordoftsouthaustin.com.
Your city deserves a safer, fairer ride. Fair.coop is coming soon with no surge pricing, no hidden fees, fair, transparent fares, and rides up to 20% cheaper. Drivers can earn up to 90%, and you can refer riders or drivers to earn free rides or commissions. Download now for the world's safest ride. Fair.coop, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free every weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. The New York Knicks are the national champion, are the NBA champions of 2026. The Carolina Hurricanes are the champions as well in NHL. But as always, we got to talk Texas baseball. And when we talk on Mondays, we got to talk to our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. He is actually in Omaha and about to get his way to the ballpark. Zach, let's get right into it. It is not where Texas wanted to be when it came to going to Omaha. End up losing game 1 to the Georgia Bulldogs. Tough ball game, 7-1. After that first inning, they could have gotten back into it, but that pitching performance by their starting pitcher, 15 strikeouts, a lot of sliders. I know Coach was calling them sweepers. I don't know anymore. The things have changed enough for me. That was a doggone slider, and Texas could not hit it. What was your view of the game?
Yeah, I thought, you couldn't have much more of a disastrous first inning from Texas. Obviously, the two errors were not good. Volantis wasn't necessarily as sharp as you'd want him to be in that first inning, but they still came out of it with a chance, right? Like they were only down 4. And I know that sounds crazy because you're facing a team like Georgia, but with what we've seen from the Texas offense and what kind of team they are, it still felt like, okay, if Volantis can settle down, which he did, Texas is right there. At the other hand, the other team gets to pitch as well. And I know that's something that Jim Schlossnagle always says, but it's true, right? Like you still have to beat their other guy. And their other guy, Volchko, was not just good. He wasn't just great. He was extreme elite. We were looking at his spin rates. We were looking at his numbers, his velo. There's even a great video out there of where his release point was, and it was literally coming from the stands. It wasn't even the batter's eye. Adrian Rodriguez, who had 2 of the 4 hits, said you couldn't see the thing. I mean, it was coming out of literally the stands, out of nowhere. And so, Texas just couldn't get things going offensively against him. And, it got late in the game and they gave up that 3 spot when they were down 4-1. And that was kind of it. And, tough loss, certainly. But I think coaches can live with the fact that, hey, we got beat. I don't think that they were very happy, obviously, with the mental errors, but that's baseball. They got back to practice yesterday and, they'll be back at it again here in a couple hours.
Would somebody like that be picked first overall in the draft? Or would you go with the guy that could hit?
So he won't be picked first overall. I mean, he's a first round type talent, but the interesting thing is the kind of reviews have been mixed on him.
Yep.
And the fact is that he just hasn't had the command like that ever. He's a guy that averages 4 walks a game or so. I mean, he has 45 walks on the season. And so it was, it was a unique performance. And it wasn't that Texas was going up there unprepared or without a plan. They looked at a lot of tape and he showed some things that he hadn't shown all season long. Talking to the Georgia coaches, they came down and they were like, oh yeah, it was preparation. But you could even tell themselves we haven't seen this before out of this guy. This was a special moment.
He was magical that night.
Yeah, it was one of those days.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a guy that is a buzzsaw, and that's exactly what he was. It was just the wrong time for the Texas Longhorns to face a guy like that. He could have been pitching against the Yankees with that slider the way that he was throwing it. It was very, very impressive. We're talking to Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. You can follow him at Zach at the Dish. So now what do they do offensively? That was probably the worst performance. We talked about the defense, but offensively, they have to get back in there. And if the top of your lineup, 1 through 4, does not get a hit or get on base, it's a tough day for the offense to really get going because you try to flip it. Texas got 4 hits and 2 of them between 2 from A-Rod and 2 from Mendoza, who Mendoza sounds like he's going to be back in the lineup and good to go. But Texas has to figure out a way to chip away at Alabama when Zane Adams, who went 6 scoreless against them the last time that they faced them, it's going to be a tough matchup again.
Yeah, certainly nothing's easy when you get to this level. As you said, the good news is that they've seen Zane Adams before. They had never played against Georgia, so they didn't have those eyes on. Zane certainly has good stuff. He doesn't have nearly the stuff that Volchko has. And then at the same time, you said it right. Like, regardless of who's pitching on the other side, Robbins, Tinney, Pack, those are your guys. Those are the guys that got you here. Those are the guys that have to get you to advance. And so they're going to have to put in a big performance. And I can certainly see that from those three guys. They've shown it all season long, the ability to bounce back from an off night. And so, yeah, the good news is I think it sounds like Mendoza will be back in the lineup as DH. He hit yesterday, and coach, by all means, said he even looked a little better and he felt good. So that's obviously a positive indication for Texas as well.
Zach, the weather was a problem, delayed on Saturday night, got pushed back. Looks like it's going to be a nice day at the ballpark. What's the weather looking like, and which direction is the wind blowing?
Not a cloud in the sky, and there's really not a lot of wind at all. It's pretty dead. But yeah, it's bright and sunny, 75. So couldn't ask for better baseball weather.
Yeah, and these guys need it right now. When you look at Alabama and you saw how they ended up losing to the team that they played, and now you're trying to figure out, all right, what's next for them? They're kind of in the same boat. They got to figure out a way to get some things going because Oklahoma dominated them, and now they got to try to find a way to get it done.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were talking to Ruger yesterday, and we said, y'all obviously were very successful against Alabama at home. They struck them out 19 times in one game. It was 49 times over the weekend, which set a program record. What do you think that does mentally for y'all, and what does it do mentally for them? And obviously it's it's a new game, so nothing carries over. But there's some things that you can certainly take away, and things that weaknesses you would try to attack. So yeah, both teams will be in looking to swing the bat mode after they got blanked 9-0 against Oklahoma.
9-0,
yeah. So that's they're offensively as well going to be coming in looking for some answers, just like Texas. And so I think it should be a really good game. Personally, I think it comes down to the bullpen at the end of the day. I think they've got a good starter. Texas has a good starter, but who wins that 7-8 inning or that 6-7-8 inning?
Texas had success against Alabama. So what would be the course of action now? Would you try to keep things the same and let your team know that, hey, guys, we've been here before. We know them. They know us.
Yeah, I think they'll take the scouting report from before. They'll take the video that they learned from after that weekend and put it on play and say, listen, this is where he's going to come at. So the thing to watch today with Adams is his changeup. It's really good. That's what gave Texas so much trouble the first time. And coach always talks about you can't mimic a changeup in the machines. And so he probably had some of his bullpen guys try to mimic that the way that he had Cody Howard mimic the guy from Vanderbilt, Fennell, earlier. So, it's little things like that you can try to recreate now that you've seen them and you've gone through that.
So let me ask you this, the psyche, obviously, Carson Tinney didn't have his greatest game behind the plate or at the plate. Borba with the error. I mean, overall, like Coach said, this is probably the worst defensive game that he's seen this team play all season long. What do you think the psyche is defensively for this team right now?
Yeah, I think, overall they're a strong group. They've got a really good ability to kind of, what they say, wash it away, just take a shower and get to the next thing. They had a nice outing yesterday with family and friends. So I think spirits are high. Obviously, the guys have been working on Tinney, make sure he's good to go. But it's it's going to be kind of a show me moment. Hey, show everyone who you are. Show them what you can do. So.
And these opportunities, Texas has been there 39 times, but you're not guaranteed to get to Omaha. You're built to get there, but you're not guaranteed to get to Omaha. So make the most of it. What is something that Zach has been able to do to have a little bit of fun during these off days?
So I was lucky enough to bring my son Augie up for his first College World Series experience. So that's been fun. Hitting up Ted and Wally's ice cream. We hit up the zoo yesterday, hit up the Drover, obviously. It's been good catching up with a bunch of friends and colleagues that cover college baseball around the nation. Had having a couple drinks with them at night, which is always great. So yeah, it's always fun up in Omaha.
That's awesome, man. You got to be able to enjoy it, and hopefully you'll get to enjoy it a little bit more as the Texas Longhorns will be taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide today at 1:00 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We'll have a pregame show with myself and Cam Parker, followed by Craig Way and Keith Moreland, bringing you all the action. As always, man, enjoy yourself. Hopefully you got a little bit of an extended stay that you'll be able to enjoy and catch some good baseball, and hopefully we get the Horns a dub today.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all.
There you go. My man, Zach Sim of orangebloods.com. Boots on the ground in Omaha as the Horns try to figure it out today. We'll keep you up to date on all of the action. But coming up next, Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans. Good news for the Cowboys, but what does it really all mean? We'll talk about it right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Get ready to cheer on your Round Rock Express right here on 1300 The Zone. From the first pitch to the final out, Round Rock Express baseball, only on 1300 The Zone.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going home.
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One. From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
Slick roads causing some issues this morning over on Mopac northbound just after Highway 290. An accident blocks off the left lane. This is causing a 10-minute backup from William Cannon Drive. The right lane's blocked off by a crash on 183 southbound at Mopac, and ongoing maintenance work blocks off 2 right lanes on I-35 southbound at Old Torf. I'm Jason Fossler with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is brought to you by Hectra.org.
The places you can go with an Easy Tag, and it's not just toll roads throughout Texas. You get seamless toll travel in Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida, Colorado. Get your Easy Tag at hctra.org.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
This summer's must-have accessory, it's the Simon Plus Rewards program, where you can access exclusive offers for shopping, dining, and having fun at Simon malls, mills, and premium outlets. Plus, you can get points and rewards for shopping at shopsimon.com too. It's free to join, and there are even more exciting perks to enjoy every time you shop. Sign up at simonplus.com today and get ready to summer in style. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
Are you one of the 7% of adults in the United States who are searching for an alternative to sleeping in a bed? Then let me introduce you to Z-Cliner, the revolutionary recliner designed by FlexSteel. The Z-Cliner, meticulously engineered with restful sleep in mind, making it an ideal bed alternative. A healthy life starts with a healthy night's sleep. Z-Cliner is more than just a recliner. It's a personalized comfort experience. It features multiple power adjustments like recline, headrest, lumbar, zero gravity, reducing pressure on your body, tech integrations like charging ports for easy modern living. We know life can be messy, stressful. That's why Zecliner is upholstered in a moisture and stain-resistant fabric. Perfect for all-day enjoyment, even homes with pets and kids. Zecliner, a complete sleep solution. Get started. Unmatched comfort. Zecliner.com/Dan Patrick today to find a Zecliner at a store near you.
America's 250th anniversary is a big event. And if you're promoting a business, your advertising plan needs to be bigger than one channel. iHeart can help you bring your message to life across podcasts and broadcast, meaning your business will show up with scale and depth wherever your customers are listening. America 250 builds up into the July 4th weekend when listeners are traveling, celebrating, and tuned in. Let iHeart help you surround those moments. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on an iHeart Radio app. Man, there's so much to really dive into. But we'll talk about this real quick before we get into the Spurs.
You got that look on your face.
Okay. Marcus and I were talking about this earlier. Have you seen the video of the Spurs fan that was wearing the Rodman jersey that all he was running around doing was just knocking people out that was wearing New York Knicks stuff?
I saw some of it.
Okay.
But it repulsed me,
So my man, they kept calling, his name is called The Wallace, and he has the message for the New York City Knick fans and the New York City fans. They got me in the back of an unmarked police car. If you see any videos of me, send them. They were too scared to fight me one-on-one. Even when they jumped me, I beat them down. The police had to save them all. Tell the Knicks that they can beat it.
Come on, man.
He said they got me in an unmarked car. But, man, I need all the videos so I can show the police what I was doing and how I was holding it down. Listen, man, I truly, I mean this when I say this. When people go to the games, they are not going there to fight. They want to watch the games. That's all I want to do.
I'm not sure about this guy. I'm not even sure this guy's a Spurs fan.
This guy is the guy that all he wants to do is
he wanted to smoke.
I think he just bought the first Spurs jersey he can find.
He had a number 10. Ain't nobody on there with number 10.
And just went out there and just started swinging on folks. I want to fight somebody today.
I'm going to go get a Rodman jersey.
Exactly.
Just a random jersey.
Just a random Rodman jersey, and he went out and started beating people down. But I digress. We'll talk about that another time. I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to start OTAs. Mandatory minicamp will start tomorrow, and the news that is coming out of Dallas is that and when I say he, you know who, George Pickens, will be in camp with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, with that being said, does that mean that he is going to participate? Probably not. He probably won't. But at least you know that he is going to be in attendance for the Dallas Cowboys.
I think he's going to be talking to the coaches from a bike. He's going to be over there on the sideline, Hardge.
Yep.
Riding that bike, talking about plays and formations, because I would advise my client to listen. If you're gonna hold in, be at camp, but let's not risk anything. Let's not go out there and do nothing in mini camp.
Right.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it in camp.
Yeah. And to me, you start to look at how it all went down and where the expectations are. And I know that he knows that he's not going to play. So he just wants to show up because you know what happens when you show up? You don't get fined.
No fines.
You get to keep all your money. And that's what he needs to do at that time. But I want you to hear, excuse me, I want you to hear from Rashawn Gary on Caleb Downs and what he thinks.
Man, he's a dog, man. It's early, but he's a pro's pro. From how he, take notes to the meeting, from how he asks questions to how, he wants to be on top of the details. And, having a young guy, also try to, bring guys along. So just him being a natural leader, man, he's a great guy. And I just can't wait for him to keep on growing and striving because we're going to need him.
And that is somebody that you need on that defense, especially
and
on the back
everybody
end.
knows who the guy is. You know what I'm saying? Every team you've been on, Hard, you was probably the captain or you was the best player and you laid the law down. I know what that feels like. But I've also been on teams where I wasn't the captain and we always had a guy.
Yeah.
And you just have more confidence when he's on the field. Because you know what, even if he don't get the ball, he's going to make the team. If it's football, it's going to be 11 on 10. If it's basketball, it's going to be 5 on 4. He's going to draw 2 people.
Yeah.
And George Pickens is one of those guys. And Caleb Downs is one of those guys. You have got to account a scheme or a blocker for him at all times. When you have to game plan and orchestrate your offense to make sure that Caleb Downs is distracted or blocked, that opens up for somebody else to go and eat.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys last year did not have anybody on their defense that was hungry. I'm just going to put it like that.
Well, he's definitely going to be somebody to make that happen because the way he moves, the way he thinks, the way he handles business is something that a lot of folks keep talking about because he's proven that to so many. He's proven that he is a guy that is going to be that mindset type of player. He is going to be the impactful guy that everybody needs on their team. And we've heard about him. He's a savant when it comes to the game of football. But having George Pickens there means a lot for this team strictly because of the fact that means that the chemistry is still going to be there. He may not do anything,
right?
But he's going to be there and be effective in that way. So,
and more than anything, if he's there, he's not a distraction.
Right.
He's not a detractor from the advancement of what this team is doing offensively and defensively.
Right.
They re-signed their kicker. They have an explosive return man. Where's the weakness? If you can fix this defense, the Cowboys will be a complete team.
Yep, and they don't even have to be the best.
They don't have
defense.
to be the best.
They just have to be a solid defense to be able to offset how great the offense is going to be. That's the main thing. Going down to Houston, DeMeco Ryans and his staff and his team are a different team from when they first got there to where they are now, and he talked about its team's identity.
When I first came here in 23, it was really to establish a mindset and an identity of who I wanted the Texans to be. And as you've seen over the past 3 years, we have that identity. We play ball aggressive. We play physical. We do it the right way. Like we're going to be the toughest team to suit up every time we suit up, right? That's the guys that we bring in. That's the culture that we built. Now I don't have to go back and reestablish our identity and how we play. As we grow as a team, as I've grown as a head coach, for me, it's more so now about how much smarter can we play as a team? Like, how can we be more elite on our execution? Our communication, can it be louder? Can we echo it more? Can we truly be tied together every time we line up? And that's what I've seen when I talk about, the process of us this year being better.
He's saying the right things.
Yeah.
Like, and I never posted that photo of me and D'Amico Ryans. I told you, he is a big man, very big man, but also a wrestling fan. Got to meet him. Great time talking to him. And when I asked him about, Tank Dell is like the guy that I really admired on the Houston offense. And he said he's working. I see him every day working. And you told me today something that was encouraging for me.
He's ready. He's close to being 100%, one day at a time, but he is right where he needs to be, and he's getting closer and closer to being like himself. And there's light at the end of the tunnel is what he said. So we'll see how that plays out. But if you can get him back and you can get CJ to be what they thought he was going to be, and I believe that he is, I think the offensive line's going to be good. We talked about their running game. And one thing's for sure, you always know that they're going to have a great defense. That defense is going to be elite every single year because that's what D'Amico, that's where he gets his hat. That's where he became a head coach because of what he was able to do with defenses and scheming it up. So it'll be fun to see. But George Pickens back in camp. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen with that. But it was huge for him to be there. Coming back, we got the world's strongest man giving you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
The left lane remains blocked off due to a crash on Mopac northbound after Highway 290. Your 10-minute backup starts from William Cannon Drive. There's reports of an accident on the 290 service road eastbound at Springdale Road, and maintenance work blocks off 2 right lanes on I-35 southbound at Old Torf, causing backups to start from Cesar Chavez. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brush stroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, a flood watch in place, a mix of sun and clouds with heavy thunderstorms, a high of 82. Rain tonight, a low in the upper 70s. Tuesday, showers and storms, a high of 83.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Right now, AC tune-ups from Abacus are just $99. Licensed local technicians are ready when you need them. Or get $100 off any repair over $1,000. Call or book online at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. License M20628.
It's the French Open, where every point is a battle on clay. I'd know. I competed there for decades. Join me, Renee Stubbs, on the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast for no-nonsense breakdowns of the biggest matches, the toughest players, and the moments that define Roland Garros.
Listen, Elena Rybakina is arguably the best player in the world right now, and I actually
No
can
doubt.
win on any surface.
Search the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
This World Soccer Report sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team USA opened World Cup play with a 4-1 win over Paraguay Friday night. The Americans were scoring early with 3 goals before halftime.
It's the United States on the board! Less than 7 minutes in!
The U.S. will next play on Friday against Australia. The World Cup schedule today features 4 games, including Spain taking on Cape Verde and Belgium facing Egypt.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
You could win unmatched views of the match during the Twin Peaks Go for the Goal giveaway. Presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos. Visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter for a chance to win by June 14th. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
You heard the beat drop, so you know what that means. WWE Hall of Famer and World Strongest Man, D. Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me, but now that I'm hot, they all on me. Well, another edition of the World's Strongest Take, and I come humbly to you with, it's hard for me to do this because I tend to go to the extremes at times. I mean, I'm an extremist when it comes to sports. And I thought that the Spurs would be able to do exactly what they did, but with a different outcome because they were able to take leads, but they didn't. And it wasn't just because they were a young team. It wasn't because Wemby is slight. It wasn't because Fox didn't live up to the expectation and make mistakes that a veteran shouldn't make. It was exactly what Hardge said. The Knicks forced them into this. My take is that the San Antonio Spurs, as good as they were, and the battles that they had in the West, we crowned them too early. They let the emotional cap off, and then they got to the West, I mean, they got to get to the championship against the East. And as good as they played at times, they did not emotionally stay razor sharp. The Knicks did. The Knicks outcoached them. The Knicks outplayed them. And the Knicks kept the bottle cap on and didn't let all the pressure out. They always were fighting to get the final blow, and they delivered them 4 times to 1. So, Hardge, I don't say this with intrepidation or reluctance to you being correct. You were right. The Knicks.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Wait, what? Wait, what just happened, Marcus? Did he just say that I was right about something?
I have to listen to the replay. We will break it down at some point later on in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he has a glitch or something.
That definitely
there was no glitch.
Yeah.
The Knicks took it. And I made the point about OG Anunoby being a champion already. And being around greatness brings greatness along. And the Spurs had it too. They had Barnes. They had Cornette. But they weren't starters. They weren't on the floor leading the charge. So the Spurs are going to have to get smarter, which that's going to be a byproduct of existing and developing what they already have. They're going to be better. But the one thing that they're going to have to do is what you said, is emotionally, they're going to have to keep the cap on the bottle. Let it out when you won. When it's over. The Spurs let the pressure out 3 or 4 times before the win happened. And I just wanted to say that you were right about that.
Well, here is the
what say you?
The real question that needs to be answered. How do you give up a lead like that?
You let the pressure off.
The numbers. You led by 14, 12, 12, 29, and 16. Those other games, okay. But you were leading in 63%. You led for over 240 minutes of the 240 minutes of basketball. They led 173 minutes.
They stopped dancing with the date they brought. They changed the way they played when they got a lead. Oh, we got a lead. Let's just coast. If the Knicks would have had a 14-point lead, they would have beat them by 20. The fact that the Spurs were in the game speaks to how good they are. Because in the last series, the Knicks were beating teams by an average of 20 points. So the Knicks know how to keep the pressure on. They know how to keep saying, no, we ain't won nothing yet. Keep playing. Why are you relaxing? You got a relaxed look on your face. Let's go.
They had to keep playing because they were getting beat, and that was good. The 29-point game is the most ridiculous thing ever. That should never have happened in the NBA.
It shouldn't have happened.
And it was the first time it ever happened in the playoffs. But you start to understand that with this team, the San Antonio Spurs, there is so much that they were missing, and Mitch is included in that. I know we talk about, he's had those conversations with Pop, but he's not Pop.
He's not Pop. Hardge, he held the clipboard for a long time.
Yep.
He sat. I watched several times this playoffs, even in the Oklahoma series. Sometimes he needed to call a timeout, and he didn't. He sat there like somebody else was going to do it. He can stand up at any moment walk onto the court, look at the original officials, and say timeout.
Yep.
And they will stop the game. If he had done that with De'Aaron Fox, when De'Aaron Fox went to the basket, rather than pulling the ball out, he should have stopped the game. When Wemby was fumbling around with the ball at the top of the key, before he tried to pass the ball to a guy that turned his back, if he had called that timeout, they would have retained that ball. There were several instances where he should have called timeouts and didn't. So he's going to develop. He's going to be better next season. That's what happens innately. But it didn't happen this year. The Knicks took this title. It wasn't like the Spurs just gave it away.
Well, let's do this. I know that those people in San Antonio, they're trying to decide if it's glass half full or glass half empty at this point. There's so much upside for the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks, 53 years, finally get it done.
Good for them.
Jalen Brunson walking around like Hakeem from Coming to America. So he is living life to the fullest. But the reality of it is, Spurs, can you get back to that point of what you need? We'll find out, and we'll definitely check it out. When we come back, Texas baseball will be following Longhorns game day with myself and Cam Parker. We'll talk about it, and we'll hear from Coach Schlossnagle and Ruger Riojas as they prepare to extend the Longhorn season right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Texas baseball returns to Omaha for the College World Series.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Hello, Omaha. The Longhorns will return to the College World Series.
Listen to every pitch on 1300 The Zone, 98.1 KVET, and 103.1 FM.
Swung on and the ball hit well out toward left. Say goodnight to it.
Tune in this Saturday as the Longhorns face the Georgia Bulldogs. 6:45 p.m. airtime on 103.1 FM in the free iHeartRadio app. Hook 'em.
From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
The left lane remains blocked off due to a crash on Mopac northbound after Highway 290. Your 10-minute backup starts from William Cannon Drive. There's reports of an accident on the 290 service road eastbound at Springdale Road, and maintenance work blocks off 2 right lanes on I-35 southbound at Oltorf, causing backups to start from Cesar Chavez. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is brought to you by Hectra.org.
The places you can go with an Easy Tag, and it's not just toll roads throughout Texas. You get seamless toll travel in Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida, Colorado. Get your Easy Tag at hctra.org.
This is the truck deal you've been waiting for, and Covert Chevy in Hutto is making it happen. 0% financing for 5 years on every 2026 Silverado 1500, and you won't make the first payment for 90 days. We're talking hundreds of options to choose from, with more rolling in every single day. Don't pay monthly interest on your old truck or car when you can save right now. 0% deals like this don't stick around, so come and see us at Highway 79 or head to coverthutto.com. Covert Chevy Hutto. Together, let's drive. For qualified buyers, see dealer for details.
Good things come in fours, like ukulele strings, boy band members, and PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. With PBR Space Cowboys. presented by the U.S. Space Force. Watch it live this Saturday, only on Fox Nation.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Experience music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history. It's more than just fireworks. Learn more about this landmark celebration at america250.org.
Drivers, Fair.coop is coming soon to your city. Earn up to 90% on every ride. Even with no surge pricing for riders, you can still make more than driving with Surge on other apps. Refer riders, refer drivers. Earn 25% of net profits from referrals. Help drivers own the driverless future. Join Fair.coop, the world's safest ride. Fair.coop, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
You can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
I mean, you better flush it. I mean, I think, that's what I reminded them of today. It was just like we lost a tough game on Friday night to Ole Miss. Had to turn around and flush it the next day. And so, I think it's good to have an off day just from a rest standpoint. But on the other hand, I wish we were playing too. So, but we'll find out if they flush it. I mean, Zane Adams and Alabama aren't going to be some pushover. So we're going to have to play well to keep staying here.
Texas has to stay locked in as Texas baseball will be taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide today, starting at 12:45 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, with his pregame show leading into the first pitch that will be a little after 1 p.m. as Texas tries to get away from elimination and stay locked in. Ruger Riojas will be getting a chance to start for the Texas Longhorns. He is somebody that has done a great job with his time on the 40 acres after he transferred in from UTSA. They came up short last year. Now they're at the College World Series. And here is Ruger talking about looking forward to this experience.
Oh yeah, no, this is a lifelong dream to, be one of the final 8 teams here, and the goal is to win it all. And I'm just, taking it all in, but also, when the time comes to play the game, it's our job to do everything we can to win it.
And he's got to be balancing that out as well.
Yeah, no, I think they both work together. You know, they help me focus at the right things at the right time, being able to, you know, look around, take in the scenery while I'm on the mound, but also just, you know, there's still a job that needs to be done. It's just, you know, it doesn't change anything. It's just a bigger stadium. That's all.
It's just a bigger stadium and a bigger opportunity because the way I look at it, it's over if you don't get it done today. So as he mentions it, he understands what the task is at hand. He has already faced Alabama as well. So you start to look at this team and what the expectations are against Alabama. It's just something that he continues to work through. And like anything else, you start to truly understand that this Texas baseball team has some history, understands what the opportunities are going to be when they are presented to them, but they got to make the most of it.
Not only do they have to make the most of it, hard. We just like we said with the Knicks were able to keep the cap on the pressure of their effort. Texas has been able to do that. They've recovered. When they lost the game in a series, they always came back that next game and punched teams in the face. And I think that this is, even though it's not the same team, I feel like it's going to be the same result. I feel like they're going to come back in this game and they're going to punch Alabama in the face. And a lot of that is just having a good coaching and having good players. But the toughness this team has showed is what I'm hoping for tonight. The toughness to come out.
Well, Ruger Riojas, last time he faced Alabama, went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run while striking out 11. So he kept Texas in the ball game. Texas ends up winning that game 3-1 against Alabama. So there's a lot of familiarity with both of these teams, and the ability to get out there and make plays is going to be huge. So make sure you stay locked in all afternoon. Starting at 12 o'clock, myself and Cam Parker will be doing the Longhorn game day pregame show, followed by at 12:45, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way and Keith Moreland, doing the pregame show, their pregame show. And then we'll be going into first pitch. Also, don't forget World Cup action is still underway. Spain will take on Cape Verde today, starting at 11 o'clock, followed by Belgium and Egypt at 2 o'clock. And then we've got it all day long from 5. You got it at 5 o'clock, and then you have it also at 8 o'clock. So you all got Texas baseball, and then you have World Cup soccer all day long. Also, special shout out for all those that came down to Auditorium Shores on Thursday and Friday. What an epic scene for them to have all those folks there. It was jammed packed, and it seemed like everyone was having a great time down there when you bring all those people and you get to understand how important soccer is, especially at this time of the year where everybody's representing their countries.
I didn't get down there, but it was refreshing to see all the people getting along, you know, enjoying themselves. Like that is what you truly want to see in a world environment.
Yeah.
Like a competitive environment, you want to see all the countries getting along, shaking hands, toasting each other. Like it looked to be a really fun event.
It definitely was. And you also start to understand too, people truly love competitive countries. Like your country is competing in something, people are representing all the time. And that is when you start to see everybody bring that out. What an exciting time. What a perfect time for all that will be involved in this. So make sure you stay locked in the entire day. Coming up next, you're going to have Dan Patrick, and then you're going to have Colin Cowherd, and then Cam and I will jump in at noon, from noon to 12:45, bringing you the pregame show, talking all things Texas and Alabama. And then, of course, we're going to have Craig Way lead you into the game and have a great, great call, and hopefully The Texas Longhorns continue to move forward and get a chance to play again tomorrow. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, for our guy Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com, I'm Hardball Hardge. Stay locked in all day long. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Texas baseball will be played today on AM 1300 The Zone. Peace.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite